Oh, this is yellow13blue2 back at you. Ooh, I'm getting a little tired. It's probably like the third video I've done tonight, not including video editing. So I'm going to talk about some of my Nintendo stuff for a second. Last video I recorded was, no, they're not going to be uploaded in order of record, so I'm just, well, let's get back to the subject. We're going to be talking about Nintendo, mainly the Gamecube. Gamecube, you're wondering, I have a Nintendo 64 here. One of the reasons that is, just to let you know, you have a, it's not like you went and bought a Gamecube first, and you want to get a Nintendo 64, like this. So you want to sitting somewhere used, and you may have played a game over a friend's house that's pretty decent. They use the same connection in the back. So that's always a good thing. And that's all Nintendo 64 talk that's going to happen in this video. This is mostly about the Gamecube. And here's the console. Now, some people don't realize this, but there's actually a button in there. And then you just pull your CD out. This is, what is this? You watch my other videos, you find out that I'm a big Phantasy Star Online fan. I've been a fan of Phantasy Star ever since they went to the online version, the whole action RPG. On this console, Phantasy Star this is actually the best version of Phantasy Star Online, at least to my knowledge. The PC version is pretty good, but I'm not that into using a mouse and keyboard. But as far as console-wise goes, the release of the Gamecube and the Xbox were probably the best releases of it. 2 memory card slots, like a PlayStation, which they made 4, but well, you could have had more memory card slots if you would have had the memory cards on the controllers, making the controllers more expensive. 1, 2, 3, 4 slots for controllers, just like the Dreamcast. Ventilation on the side, it's pretty good. As you see, I think I think this either intakes the air or something. From the way the dust look, it probably intakes the air. AV cable, and you get a digital cable for another. This is a digital AV out. But if you get S-Video or a component for it, no, if you want the component, you have to go with the digital. That's what that's for. And they did not have it in the store, so the chance of you finding one used is pretty slim. That's if Nintendo still makes it. This is about 2 consoles ago. They already came out with the Wii. You could, well, the Wii's backwards compatible. The first version of the Wii's backwards compatible. So if you want to skip getting a Gamecube altogether, just get a Wii. Now, we're not going to go over all my Nintendo stuff. Specifically, I'm just going to do my Gamecube stuff. Here is my memory cards. Bag for memory cards. Let's see what we got here. We have a 59 block. Now, with these memory cards, hold on for a second. looks like games are missing. At least the cases to games. Okay, so let's just use this box for example. This is the box of Phantasy Star. This thing right here. So that's another way you can store memory cards. But you can only do that with the stock memory cards. You can't do that with the other guys. And they also came with a 251. GameStop. This is a GameStop one, which is really just a Mac. It still says Mad Catz on it. This is also another thing that started making me. I've been getting a lot of Mad Catz memory cards. I haven't really had any memory failures yet to this day. 59 blocks. And you can write, I actually did write on this one because I do use this for Phantasy Star extra characters. This is the only reason why I got it. I only got it for one game. Came in a 2-pack. And you got these little slits in here so you can string them together and hold them somewhere. Mad Catz also made these memory cards in a 251 as well with their own brand. Here's a purple. Gamecube memory cards, just so you know, they went all the way up to 1,000 blocks. I'm never going to need that because I don't have that many games. It's another 251. Just the color is a bit, this is like a smoke black translucent type thing. This is Action Replay. I'll never even remember using this. And this little sticker comes off. Unfortunately, it's such a beautiful sticker. And here's the Game Shark. Don't even remember using this that much either. See, it goes in. Has a USB port on the other side. That is it as far as memory cards are concerned for the Gamecube. Let's see what else we found in this bin. I got the Nintendo Wavebird. Here is the Wavebird receiver. You got up to 16 channels on this. And you just change the channels down here. Now I do have some problems, like this controller does cut out. Let me show you what it looks like on the console. Goes on like that. It's an ugly thing. It doesn't go up above it, so it actually does kind of make it slightly bigger if you have 4 of them. And that controller came, I think it came in 2 colors, platinum, and I forgot what the other one was. I think it was black or something. Here's my original controller. Purple on the top, translucent on the bottom. Now here's my all purple controller, which is, it's got some really strange stuff going on because it's purple on the bottom and this blackish on the top. It literally looked like somebody threw up on it. I don't even know if can I get that off? Is it just like some type of dirt that got onto it? Kind of rub that out. Kind of rub it out. Doesn't look like it. So that's the all purple controller that is no longer all purple. Here's the controller that came with it. Black, of course, black console. This came in two colors when I first bought this. It was this color, the purple, and the black, the blacky wacky. I wish it would have came in this color. In Japan, they came in. Japan gets all the colors. In Japan, we got that. There was a Gamecube that did come out with that color. There's also a special Gundam edition Gamecube. And I got this Pelican Accessories game controller. Ooh, this memory card is running out of space. Well, the memory card on my camera. This is a good controller. Has rumble in it. All your standard. Oh, does it? Yeah, the rumble is right here. It just has one thing for the rumble. Translucent. It glows in the dark. I might do a separate video of it glowing. It also glows right here. So right here, this would literally just change colors. They also made these for the PlayStation and the Xbox. I don't have them for the PlayStation. Do have them for the Xbox. This is a pretty decent controller. Pelican Accessories, they still make the Afterglow series for the other consoles. And I say, if you want something just to make people go, "Ooh, ah, what is that?" You get one of these. Afterglow controller from Pelican Accessories. Then I got the extension cord. I have two of these. No idea what happened to the other one. Probably over a friend's house or something. Then I have this. This is a cover for it basically covers up the spot of the console where this goes. There are a lot of slots on the bottom of this. Drop that out of my hand. I will show you. This is the broadband adapter. If my memory card doesn't run out. This is the regular 56K modem. This is the broadband adapter. This is the last one in the store when I got this, and this is the only one I. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I got cut off because my memory card did run out. But what I was going to say, if my memory card didn't run out, was pretty simple. As you see, the two broadband adapters, well, network adapters. One's 56K. Well, I already said that. But yeah, that one. The 56K modem at the time, that was really easy to find, and the broadband adapter was not easy to find. And another thing I would like to point out about the Nintendo Gamecube is that each one of those ports had some type of use to it. One of the ports, I think it never got used in America, and the other port was used for a Game Boy Advance adapter. So basically, you could turn your GameCube into a Game Boy Advance. I do have a Game Boy Advance that I was planning on showing you guys, but I figured just to save time, I'm just going to cut that out. Y'all know what a Game Boy Advance is like. I will be doing a separate video on it, just a quickie, and that's all I gotta say about that for now. Now, enjoy the rest of the video. It's going to be on my extremely expensive keyboard coming up. Hello there. So, finish up another video that I'm doing. This is the most expensive game controller that I've ever bought in my whole entire life. I'm going to wait to show it to you because there's a bit of a backstory. It's not that interesting, but I got it from a place called Toys and Joys. And that place that I got it from is no longer around, so because a lot of people were getting really pissed with their poor customer service. Now, I never really had a problem with them, besides for maybe one time I had an item that showed up really, really, really late. And, you know, sometimes when I would talk to some of the people, they wouldn't have too much knowledge. But, if for that, because this, like I said, this is the most expensive game controller I got. This shows you how much of a fan I am of this game, that I went and bought this controller. Now, granted, I found out there's other options for connecting video games to, for connecting keyboards to the GameCube, but I didn't get my hands on before I got my hands on this. Actually, that other option didn't even exist. And even when that thing first came out, it was good $60 or $70 when it first came out. I had to wait till it came on clearance when it was about 70-80% off. But this controller right here, this is from a company that I believe is pronounced ASCII or something, ASC2, ASCII 2. It's ASCII 2 keyboard controller. Yes, I said that. It's a keyboard controller. And if you notice what game it's for, it's the Phantasy Star Online video game for the Nintendo GameCube. Phantasy Star Online 2 is currently out, but they don't have it fully ready for. There's been people from the community have actually been making patches because the people from the game company refused to do it. So we're going to open this up. Maybe I should get a little closer because I do not have telekinesis. I haven't opened this thing up in years. I wonder what type of stuff I'm going to find in it. So when you open the box, this is what you get. Usually there will be some papers here, but I took most of them out. Controllers wrapped up in there. Now this thing takes up 2 controller ports. The thing cost me a total of, I think it was around $100 and some before tax. Look at this. Now, this one's for the controller. This is for regular game functions. This is for the keyboard. This is for keyboard functions. Now, Nintendo, unlike Sega, was not capable of making a controller.
Sorry, I meant to say Xbox in reference to the little keyboard attachment you could put on your Xbox controller.
Controller keyboard would just use one thing. Now this controller is massive. It's around the length of my forearm. It goes all the way. It goes very close to my elbow. So this is a huge keyboard. Now, as you see, it's cream on the top. It's like white, grayish thing. It's probably a little discolored from age. The back is standard Nintendo purple. Now, this thing actually, when I was getting this, there was actually two color options. Now I remember what they messed. They messed up the color option, I think. But as you see, it's got now this keyboard actually has English and it looks like Chinese or Japanese writing. I'm not really an expert of either one, but it has multiple writing on it. So this has been the, I don't know, I keep pulling it close to myself so I can look at it. And as you see, it's got the full analog on here. It's literally a Gamecube controller with a keyboard chopped, where they chopped it out and just threw a keyboard in there like bam. The keyboard almost feels like an old Apple keyboard. And since, you know, Phantasy Star Online, this has probably been one of the biggest wastes of money I've ever spent. I'm glad I have it. I'm not going to get rid of it ever. I'm probably going to keep this until I die or until I find somebody who's more hardcore than I am with more money. But this is a unique piece. Full keyboard, everything worked, is really good for typing. Because on the GameCube, this was the only game, Phantasy Star, to my knowledge, was the only game that could go online. Two games if you include Phantasy Star Episode 1 and 2 and Episode 1 and 2 Plus. So that is it for this. I'm going to wrap this back up. So make sure you go down and you click the like button and you subscribe. And don't forget to share on Facebook. Okay? And on that note, I'm out of here! You know, speaking of which, they probably could have fit a turbo and some programmable buttons on here. I mean, there's a lot of space on here. I'm just saying.